In the title, what is the one and what is the other?
You. I think that's the simple answer. The thing is that what I wanted to ask with the plinth was, in a sense, that question about what constitutes the self. You could say that our identities are made up of genetic hardwiring, in other words, what is in your DNA, what comes through, as it were, the biological imprint that comes from your parents. There's then your cultural conditioning. That's nature. Then there's the nurture bit, your cultural conditioning. The language you speak, the codes of interpersonal relation that you have been brought up within. And then I think there is, in a sense, the rings of affection or connection that surround you. And of course, selfhood, identity, is made up of all of those three things. And the one, we are me to ourselves, and you to everyone else, or the other to others. I'm interested in some senses, this is very much a collective portrait in time of one person, 1 hour at a time. But the collectivity is made up of these moments of, I hope, kind of fairly sort of reflexive oneness. In other words, when you're up there, I'm hoping that people will recognize what's going on in their relationship with the people on the square. They will recognize that they are both themselves and for those around them, obviously, and other. And that idea that we can use the space of art to, in a way, expose ourselves to the view of the other and see that we are not just one but also other is quite a good exercise. And the truth is that you've got to be both, and that's why I answered the question very shortly by saying you. It's a kind of philosophical conundrum, isn't it? That thing of where we are, where we locate ourselves within our own experience. Are we inside it, or can we be somewhere else? So that idea, the interesting thing, a lot of the people that have come down off the plinth have talked about how strange it's been to be, in a way, in the world but not of it. In other words, in the world but not connected to it on the same level. And that sense of detachment, I hope, is not only about how they relate to the experience of being on Trafalgar Square, but also how they relate to their own lives. I see this 1 hour of abstraction. You can't really do anything that has, in a sense, a functional or a cause and effect relationship with the rest of your life. But in that hour of abstraction, perhaps you begin to look at yourself from the position of the outside. And I think that's quite an interesting exercise.